Step 7. Building relationships, how to become victorious in acquiring allegiances and swaying minions.
And it's really important. It's really one of the cornerstones of life relationships. Because speaking back to you being you. Now, of course, you being you, you know who you are. You can assume who you think other people are. And in that assumption, you can project yourself onto them and make them more like you. You know, and I'm going to pull a quote. I just have to do it. Got to pull a quote. And this is from the Portable Bernard Shaw, the Viking Portable Library Edition. Of course, this is the 1977 copy. So if you are following along in your books, it's on page 191, and it's the play, The Devil's Disciple. And the character Judith, around, I'd say a third down the page, of course, she says, "Oh, do you think I have not been telling myself that all night? Your death will be at my door." Stage direction. Impulsively, she gives him her hand and adds with intense earnestness, "If I could save you as you saved him, I would do it, no matter how cruel the death was." And this is really, it drives home the point of swaying other people, because Judith wants something in this scene, and she wants to convince the other person that she is talking to that, of course, she is right, because we all are convinced that we are right, and in order to be right, we need to convince others that we are right. You have to say, if you had an argument over which color is best, like, say, Paul, I think green is best. What color do you think is best?
My preference is orange.
Orange? Really? You like
Yes.
orange? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Orange is the color of oranges, and also the color of decaying flesh. Now, green is the color of life. Now, would you agree that green is better than orange in some way?
You know, you're so right.
Yeah.
I never saw it that way before.
And I really think...
Tell me more.
Well, green is the color of fauna and such like that. Of course, until the lysosomes consume the entire cell and turn them orange, red, or pink, whatever. But orange is one of those colors. So green is the symbol of life and knowledge. Knowledge, because green is life and life is knowledge. And you see how I just did that. This is the step that displays how I can convince Paul that green is superior because orange is inferior. And it's because I'm convinced of that I can convince him that I am right. You see how I did that, Paul?
My mind is blown.
Blown all over the wall. And you know what? It's probably orange-colored. And that's bad because you don't want your mind on the wall. Gray matter everywhere. Orange if it's
Orange
rotted.
matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now, Paul, I want you to use the same method on me. Convince me that my walls are ugly. And try to persuade me.
Okay. Here goes.
Okay.
Green, being my favorite color, is the color of my walls. I look at your walls, and I see blue.
They are blue.
They are blue. Now, blue reminds you of what?
Oh, perhaps the deep ocean. Or at least until the photo layer decreases, until it's just black, because there is no penetration of light, and the sky is not blue.
Of course. Now, do you know what I'm reminded of when I think of ocean?
What is that?
I'm reminded of oil spills. And dying animals. And the countries of the world abusing that water that has been so graciously given to them.
Graciously, yeah, and it's there.
And the color of clean water is actually green. It has a greenish color to it, and it's prettier.
Algae.
Yes.
Algae.
Healthy. Nature at work.
Exactly. And you know what? I agree with you. And you see, everyone, that I have not only convinced Paul that green is the better color, but he later tried to persuade me that my blue walls should be green, and that is the cornerstone of winning over other people. And he... Do you feel it, Paul? Do you feel swayed?
I feel light. I feel like you can take me anywhere you want me to, and I will follow.
Now, okay, here's another question. Now, you feel light and could take you anywhere. Now, if you were a color, what color do you feel like?
Oh, I have to say, I feel like a very vibrant green. I must ask you, why you're laughing at my response?
Because I'm happy, Paul. I'm happy because I got what I want, just like Judith. Just like Judith and the devil's disciple, she got what she wanted. She got what she wanted because she used her words, and that using words is so integral to convincing someone else that you're right. And you draw them out of their cranium into yours. You give them a peek of your cranium, and it gives them the opportunity to go, whoa, that is better than what was in my cranium. Because my cranium is full of my thoughts. And my thoughts are just bouncing around in my own skull, and they are not as good. They're not as good. And once I see someone else's brain, I realize that I was wrong, and that I should do whatever they say.
Very good summation.
Yeah. And you can do this anywhere in life. You could do it in, of course, the line at Starbucks. Somebody overcharges you for something, and you go, no! That is not what I ordered. I wanted a latte with an extra shot. And they'll do it. They'll do it for you because you were so persuasive.
Proof I have tried that method and it did work.
It did.
It did.
Once they see how right you are, they just will get on all fours, and you could ride them like a veritable tiny horse.
The right survive, and the wrong
dissurvive.
Dissurvive. What a... We're inventing new words here.
We did. I did, you did, we both did. And that is the cornerstone of building relationships.